Hey, what up, Apollo? It's the one and only Watermelon here. Gonna do another war recap for you guys. It's gonna be a lot like the other one. I'm kind of just gonna start at the beginning, go through some of the attacks that I think are good and bad, some both, kind of highlight why those were good or bad, what we need to do to continue to do good attacks like this, or what do we need to do to keep ourselves from doing these bad things again. One thing, or a couple things I just want to highlight real quick are we had a lot of trouble with CC kills this war, which is just kind of unacceptable. It's just a really fundamental part of war attacks that you guys should really have down by now. But we had some problems, so we'll go over them. We'll get them where they need to be, and it'll help some of you guys in your attacks. The other thing was, we left a couple really easy bases not 3-starred. And we had a lot of trouble with a couple of these other higher Town Hall 9s that took more attacks than it should have to get them 3-starred. So, guys, let's just really kind of focus, have plans, use each other, help plan our attacks. We've got GroupMe, we've got Clean Chat, we've got TeamSpeak if you need. Just find somebody, they'll help you, and we'll improve our attacking up high. So with that said, let's just get into some of these attacks. The first one I want to show is Bellardo versus number 25. And I mean, if you guys see this base, I mean, it's a really easy base. It's one that we should never have trouble with. We'll just go through kind of what he did. So he's just getting CC pool here, which is fine. Again, I would kind of encourage you guys to get something out of your CC pool. Get a building, bombs. And this one didn't have any internal bombs, but could maybe take out a building with your CC allure. So I mean, you're not wasting a hog. Kind of just make those more efficient. Guess he's scouting for a bomb there. We'll speed this up. So he drags his CC up top, which is fine. But he's dropped barbs, so he's got them clumped up there. So he should drop a witch, maybe like right now, before that barb got taken out. But he's yet to drop witches. He drops a wizard, untanked. Of course, its fate is already decided. It's dead almost immediately. So now he drops an archer distract and then a wizard. Okay, so now he gets the wizards out of there, but then that wizard smoked. Does the same thing again, but unfortunately Valk is really fast and really strong, and she's going to take out all these wizards. No problem. He has to drop another. Oh, so now he drops a hog distract. So he's wasting another hog and a wizard. The hog is going to go for a defense, and the Valk's going to chase him, so that didn't really work out. Wizard's gone, and now he drops his last wizard, if I'm not mistaken, to take out this Valk. And it just gets a shot off before it dies. So now we're at 1 minute and 24 seconds left in this raid. Yet he still has witches and a CC. So most of you guys know that you drop down witches safely after you've dropped down barbs to tank for those, to then tank for your wizards, which he didn't do any of that. And now you're 1 minute and 24 seconds into the raid, so even if you do okay on your hogs, you're not going to have enough time to finish this base. And that's exactly what happens. Then he drops his hogs opposite sides of the base, which that's not good. And even if the bomb went off and he had to heal, but even if you had to heal, why are you healing this area when your hogs are going to go in? Your hogs are already right at those defenses before you drop the heal. At least drop it a little bit further into the base to get a little bit more utilization out of that. So we'll speed through this because it was just kind of a Town Hall 7 really. Nothing really taken up because just most of the base because it's really, really low. But he doesn't have any cleanup troops. Well, he does now because he dropped his witches for cleanup, which is just a waste of 24 spaces. And doesn't get a 3-star because of that. So, I mean, that's just kind of as bad as it gets. I don't want to, tear him down too bad, but that's kind of as bad as it gets for a CC kill. He wasn't the only one that had trouble with CC kills, so we'll get to some more that weren't so great either. But really, Bellardo, just think about, drop your barbs to tank for your witches, drop your witches safe distance. Those skeletons are going to aggro the enemy CC, and then it will allow time for your wizards to attack those enemy CC troops without being attacked themselves. And if you see a Valk, again, just be patient, let those skeletons do their job, drop your Barb King to just be a better tank, and then drop your wizards after everything aggroes on the Skelly and the Barb King, and your wizards should get it down fast enough, since they're not being targeted by anything, before your Barbarian King dies too quickly. So yeah, let's just improve on that. It's definitely kind of an unacceptable thing, and we should be really past that at this point. But all right, we'll move on to a good attack, or well, actually kind of a good and bad attack. This is going to be Slim versus 13. If I can find it. Maybe it was 12. Probably 12, yeah. So we're going to do Slim versus 12. Yeah, so this is the base. Okay. So let's see here. Easy CC pull. Even he got that with a barb, so that's kind of ridiculous that he could do that. But good choice on that. It's 1 troop space for a CC pull, so good job on that. And he's going to drag him to this corner. Obviously, drag him over here because there's AQ there, so that's a good choice as well. Drops his barbs tank, so he's got distraction troops. But then he drops his wizard, so again, drop witches. Once your CC, the enemy CC is distracted by your barge troops or whatever you're distracting them with. Barbs or archers. Archers are better because they aren't ranged, so it gives you more space to drop your witches safely, because now you're going to drop your witches and your wizards at the same depth of these archers. So the splash defense of this wizard is going to affect the same depth and be able to take all those troops out. So use barbs, don't use archers to distract for troops, and drop your witches before your wizards, because all of these troops are untanked. So you've got 1, 2, 3 wizards, 4 wizards that are going to be pretty much gone instantly and haven't done anything. So 1 did survive, but you could have gotten that whole CC or CC kill with 1, maybe 2 wizards. If you would have dropped, distracted with barbs, dropped your witches, let your skellies aggro those troops, drop down your archer queen for that Valk. It's going to take that Valk out really quickly, especially since it's going to be distracted by those barge, and then drop 1 wizard once all those other skeletons are aggroed to the enemy wizards to take out those, or maybe a second if that one for whatever reason gets taken out. So you wasted 12 to 16 troop spaces there, and you didn't need that much barge either. You could have got away with that with 3 barbs, 1 archer and 3 barbs for all your distraction troops. So this base was really bad, so it didn't matter. But just because the base is bad doesn't mean we should get lazy, guys. A lot of these bases this war were really bad, and there were some lazy attacks. But we should always be practicing good habits, because when we do face good bases, we don't want it to be the first time we're trying to do something technical. We don't want it to be the first time we're trying to do these techniques the best way. Just do them the best possible way you can every time, and then that's what's going to make you better. So CC kill wasn't great, but at least he got it. He got it fine. He drops his Barbarian King down to get that queen, so that's pretty easy. And he's going to start dropping hogs. So again, he dropped it all in 1 line. He gets a little bit lucky that all his hogs path less. I guess lucky, but there were bombs there. But if he would have done targeted hogs there, not as many as your hogs would have gotten hit by the bombs. instead of having to drop 2 heals to cover all that, you could have got it in 1. Because this archer tower would have been down, this defense would have been down, then they would have hit a bomb, but then you would have had hogs hitting this defense, and they would have hit this bomb before the other hogs hit that bomb, and you would have had a heal where you have this heal now, and all those hogs that have met up under there. So you would have saved yourself a heal, instead of if you just didn't spam your hogs like that, and you kind of would have targeted it a little bit more eloquently. And yeah, you would have had a heal, extra heal for this raid. So hogs are going around the base, pathing really fine, so that's good. And he's kind of impatient with his heals now because he had to use 2 early, so that's fine. Drops a good heal there because there could be a bomb there. Also against a lot of point defenses and a splash defense up there, so good use of the heal there. He's already dropped some. He's got his cleanup troops going. Drops last heal in a good spot. So the hog pathing worked out really well. Just the healing, if he would have targeted his hogs early, the heals would have been a little bit better. So then it's just cleanup. So that was a fine attack. It was good. The base wasn't great, but he took care of business. And that's what you got to do. Just again, be mindful of how you make that CC kill more efficiently, and also think about that targeted hogging. So you can do heals a little bit easier and more efficiently. But good job, son. I'm going to look at another good attack. This is attack on, or Cole did on number 10, I believe. Yeah, so 10. So Cole on 10 is somewhere here. Okay, there it is. Again, not a great base, but Cole attacks it well. We've got an exposed queen, so he's going to take care of that. But one thing I do like that he did, so he's doing a CC lore, but he sent more than just 2 hogs. I mean, if you're going to send 2 hogs, send 3 hogs and get a defense. Don't send 2 hogs and get, 70% of a defense. That can still hurt you later in the raid. Just drop that extra hog, take out the defense. So that's what Cole did. I think that was a good choice. He drags this CC over here, obviously, for the archer queen kill. So that's what he drops. He dropped his barbs to distract, dropped down his witches, a safe distance behind his distraction troops. See, I mean, his witches haven't taken hits at all or anything. I mean, he can't even come close. He could have dropped his AQ here to speed up the attack, but didn't have to. It's fine. That's how you kill a CC. You let your skeletons aggro, take all that distraction from the enemy CC, and then let your wizards kill that CC. You can be patient with that. Don't drop all your wizards down at one time. Drop one, kind of let them take out some troops, let more skeletons spawn, aggro the troops again, drop another wizard, and then kill them all. So good CC kill there. Then he's going to start trying to funnel his BK in here with the wizards to keep them from going out to that collector, everything. So easy C or AQ kill. So now he drops his hogs in 2 paths, which I think is fine here. Unfortunately, there's an outside giant bomb. So guys, with these crappy bases like this, you got to test on the outside. I know it's stupid to put them there, but obviously these guys weren't really good, so it's just something you always got to check. But it was fine. He recovered. He heals quickly enough. But a good thing that he did, he dropped the hogs up top and on a 2-frame drop because he knows they're going to come down here into one group, and he can heal in that core all around them. So good use of hog pathing there. The only thing that I would have done maybe is save a couple hogs for these defenses here, just to keep those hogs and those heals longer. It's kind of nitpicking, but maybe something that you could have thought about. But this is a really good attack, and he just absolutely wrecked this base. Good hog pathing and everything, and the rest is just cleanup. So good attack, Cole. Tons of hogs left. Archer Queen's full health, so yeah, wreck the base. Right, good job, man. The next attack we're going to look at is Kev on 23. That's 17. So, all right, I think maybe it's 17. I have that written down wrong. Okay, yeah, so this is good. So, he gets the CC lure. He was checking for giant bombs there with his hogs, which is fine. Because his hogs actually ended up getting another terrible giant bomb placement there. But he gets the CC pool. And I was going to kill his CC again, so he had dropped his traction troops. He dropped his PK probably a little bit too early, but again, it was tanked with Skelly, so it's not that big of a deal. Dropped his wizards too early. They got smoked. Again, just be patient. Let those skeletons aggro everything. You can drop your witches your wizards one at a time to take out those enemy CC troops as more skeletons spawn. But you know, that was fun. It's a good CC kill. He's still got 4 cleanup wizards. No big deal at all. So now a good thing that he's doing is he knows there could be a giant bomb spot here and also here. So he's going to take out these 2 defenses here, and then he's going to do 2 finger drops on the right and left side of that, and he knows that his hogs won't really path to those giant bombs since he couldn't lure them with his hogs. So that was a good choice, and I think that was smart. So he takes those defenses out, and once those defenses are out, he drops his hogs. And now he doesn't have to worry about bombs there. He can heal wherever he wants. So I'm just going to speed this up a little bit. Drops hog, good heals there, around there, and then the last heal up top, where where the majority of his hogs were. So just a clean attack. Again, the CC still wasn't perfect, but it was good. It was clean, and the hogs were clean. And he thought about giant bomb placement. He thought about hog pathing, and he had good heals. So just good job, Kev. You know, just a nice clean attack. So it's we like to see those. You know, even if you're not doing something extraordinary, it's fine. You know, that did the job, and that was great. So that's what we like to see. We'll move back to the bad side of things. We're going to look at tech on 7. So this base gave us trouble, and I don't know why, because this is, you know, it's kind of it's a base we've seen before. It's not a very high level base. The heroes are low. I mean, this is a base that we should wreck on the first try every time. But it took a couple of attacks to get it, and so and the reason why is because we did things that we shouldn't do, bad practices, bad techniques. So it is a bad base, guys. But just because it's a bad base doesn't mean you can get lazy. Again, like I said, so just practice good techniques all the time. And just because it's a bad base doesn't mean that you can do bad things. It's a bad base, so just beat the shit out of it. So we'll watch this attack. Alright, so he drops down his, he's just going to do a CB. So everything's going fine here. He's funneling his troops in fine. Drops his Barb King. The thing is here, so we'll talk about that later. But so he lightens his CC, gets that fine. But now he's just going to drop his hogs in 2 packs. Again, so why don't I like 2 packs? Okay, so there are bombs there. So already since his hogs are in 2 packs, he's got to drop 2 heals really early. I mean, he hasn't really taken out that many defenses. I mean, he's probably got 80% of the base left in Expos. He's got Teslas. He's got everything. And he's already dropping half of his heals. So that's why I don't like 2 finger drops. It just doesn't utilize those heals nearly as good as if you pack all the hogs in one direction and you can heal all those hogs at one time. And your heroes are pathing around that direction anyway, so if you would have sent your hogs in up here and pathed them around, this giant bomb would have been totally negated because your heroes would have taken everything out around there, or they would have triggered the bomb. So, I mean, then you would have been able to heal, since you only have 3 heals. So I'm sorry, you took out already 66% of his heals at the very beginning of his hog drops. So especially when you only have 3 heals, you got to be really conscious about your hog pathing. So now, since he only has 1 heal left, he's got to drop it in the core. And hogs are kind of everywhere. They're not really being healed efficiently, and he's losing a lot of hogs. And the heel's going to go here in a second. He's still got defenses down here. He's still got defenses up there. Now his hogs are completely unhealed. They're getting splash defense. They're getting point defense. And there's a giant bomb to finish it all off. And he saved some cleanup troops, so good on that. But he just didn't really have enough to finish this base. And I think he gets like a 95 or 96%. And really the only reason he got that much is because he has such high level heroes. So again, guys, just be conscious of that hog pathing. And let's really kind of move away from that 2-finger drop for most bases at Town Hall 9. So nice tri-tech. Yeah, you almost got it. But again, that's a base that we should be wrecking pretty easily. Next is going to be an attack I did on 18. And this isn't a good base or a really like fantastic attack or anything like that. It's just something I kind of highlight. I've just noticed. So our Town Hall 8 seem to be shying away from bases that are kind of like these that have this moat where there could be a lot of double giant bombs or tests with the giant bombs, and there are also spaces at the core for giant bombs. So I feel like I've been hitting bases like this every war because our other Town Hall 8s don't want to hit them, which is fine. It's not a big deal. It's just that I don't want you guys to be afraid of these bases, and I'll let you know how to beat them. Because if you target your hogs and your heals, it doesn't matter if there's doubles there or if there's singles in the cores. You can use your heals to heal around all those areas, and your hogs will path to set the jump bombs off, double jump bombs off one by one, or set them off in the core and still be under heal and it not matter. So we'll just go again here. So I'm taking out these two cannons down here. So the one reason I'm doing that is because it will then free up an anchor point free of defenses for my CC kill. It will pull the CC lore, and then it will ensure my hog pathing, because I'm going to start my hogs on this archer tower and then work my way up this way. So since there's nothing kind of that they're going to path through over there, they'll path up this way, and I can drop my heals around all the possible giant bomb spots. So I take out those defenses. Got all those. I think I might get this mortar. Got it. Yeah, so I mean 8 hogs, but I got 3 defenses, CC lore, and ensured hog pathing, and an anchor point for my CC. So don't be afraid to use a lot of hogs in your CC, guys, especially at Town Hall 8. I mean, you don't need 36 hogs to beat Town Hall 8. So you can use them to make sure that you make your main attack even better. So it's just something to think about. So again, look guys, I got 1 archer. I'm going to drop 3 barbs to tank, and now look, I'm going to drop my witches, and they're going to be able to far away from those all of this enemy CC. So you're going to be able to spawn quite a bit of skellies and aggro those troops. And again, I can do that because there's no defenses there to target them, and so they're going to be safe, and they will aggro all those defenses. And I think maybe 2 wizards, so I think 1 gets smoked. So drop my BK for that, and then that kind of backdoor wizard just... Oh no, I had to do 3 wizards. I had to do 3. That's okay. I still saved 1 for cleanup. Smoked it all. And now I've got 1 wizard still up. I've got both my witches. I got my BK starting to clean up, and I've got a wizard for my cleanup. So I mean, that's how you kind of do CC. I would have liked to do it in 2 wizards, but 1 got smoked, dropped it a little early. That sometimes happens, but it's better than me dropping all 4 on wizards, dropping 6 wizards or something like that, and then only ending up with 1 at the end anyway. So just that's kind of how you make the CC kill. Again, so I'm just going to start doing targeted hogs. So I know, again, they're not going to path in this area where there could be any double giant bombs because I've removed those defenses. There still could be single there, so I've got heal kind of covering that where my hogs would go. If this was a double area, the hog going to that archer would have taken that as out anyway. I would have lost those, but it's fine. These other hogs would have gotten that. And again, they're kind of going to path up and all meet up under this. So they got 1 giant bomb, it's still they're under heal exactly, so then I can heal. And now my hogs are pathing up
these are first hogs that I dropped are pathing up to this next heel. My second hog drops are going to be pathing around again counterclockwise, and then we'll join up in that next heel. And you can see, so okay, they're going to clean up under this heel, take out all these defenses, and there's a giant bomb there, but then our heel, no worries. And I can heal again under those last heals. And if there would have been a double giant bomb there, I would have lost some hogs. That's okay, because again, I'm not dropping all my hogs. I still have plenty over here, plus what I would have had to start with in the core. I would have lost maybe, I think, 8 hogs, but I would have still had a bunch left, and they're going to be under heal to take out the rest of the space. So that's why you don't really have to be too scared of that. If you path your hogs like this for the heals, and there's plenty left. And I'm dropping cleanup troops opposite of where my hogs end. See, I've got the wizard there cleaning up already, because my hogs are ending here, and they're going to start their cleanup over there. And we'll just fast forward, and yeah. So don't be afraid of these bases. If you can just target hog it and heal around those heals around those possible giant bomb spots or double giant bomb spots, you'll be fine. So don't be afraid of bases like this, guys, just because you don't know where those bombs could be. Just control your hogs and your healing, and you'll be fine. So now we're going to look at Kev versus 23. And this stack was okay. Again, I just kind of want to highlight the point that just because the base is bad doesn't mean that we can do bad things. And, you know, this isn't a great base. He got the whole lore with 1 defense. So again, he's kind of a sloppy CC kill. That Valk is doing some work, but now he's dropping his hogs in just two packs. So again, there was a giant bomb on the outside versus these bad bases. Check that on the outside, so he's got to burn a heal early. And he dropped his other hogs up north in a big pack. But you can see there's kind of, okay, so there's a Tesla there, and then there's defenses that are, you know, in this archer tower, air defense, and mortar. So all his hogs are going to have to path back from these defenses to those, so it's not really great hog pathing. And they're actually going to path out of a heal. And then he's healing at the end, which is fine, but it was just kind of really sloppy. And again, it's fine because, you know, he got the 3-star and he didn't have to have a great attack. But again, guys, let's just practice good habits, good hog pathing, good healing, so that things don't surprise us, and that we're, you know, making ourselves better every attack. So, you know, good job, Kev. The attack was fine, just, you know, a little errant, but I got 3, so good job, man. Now we're going to look at Awful on 19. So when first looking at this base, something that you should notice when you're looking at this base is that up north it is very heavy on the point defenses. And then down south it's only got 3-point defenses and mainly just splash defense. And the air defenses are, you know, they're all in the core or up as well. So if you see a base like this, your first instinct, especially since there's no double giant bombs up here, and in this case there's not even giant bombs, you know, there could be one there, but most likely that's a Tesla. We'll find out. But even if there was, you could heal through it. Is reverse holo. So your hogs, you would start, you know, you'd probably send three hogs or 4 hogs in this cannon to take it out, and then once that's taken out, you know, just drop all your, you know, you could do a 2-finger drop here, or you could do kind of a Asian wall or targeted on all these point defenses. You've got archer tower, cannon, archer tower, and then cannon, archer tower, cannon on the left side. Just drop all your hogs there. You've got 3 heals. Heal them all through those areas, and then as soon as those air defenses go down, drop about, you know, probably 6 to 8 balloons, and you would just destroy the space. And it would be better than that to do that, because it would be a lot safer because you could heal so liberally up top and not have to worry about any of the defenses down bottom because your loons are going to get them. So that's what I would do. Or at least bare minimum, attack from the north with your hogs and take out those point defenses a lot quicker. You don't want to end, you're probably going to lose some hogs down south. You don't want to end where there's most defenses because you're going to lose hogs during the attack. So you would have less hogs than if to take out more defenses than if you would attack from the north. So unfortunately, Awful doesn't do that. And again, so he's checking for giant bombs. That's good use of hog there. But I would like you to get something from your lore. But he was checking for giant bombs, so that's fine. So now what does he do? He drags to the right corner, which is that's fine if that's what you're gonna do. But he drops his king, and there is absolutely nothing tanking for him, and his king gets smoked really quickly. So again, barbs to tank. Drop your witches. Once that is aggro CC troops, then start dropping your troops to kill that CC, your king and your wizards. But he doesn't do that. So he loses his king really early, and then again he drops in two fingers drop, and he gets through that bottom layer really quickly because there's only 3 defenses there. And now he kind of drops his heals way too far up north. And these wizard towers are just wrecking his hogs. So he should have dropped a heal a little further south to protect them around this wizard tower, but he doesn't. And now he has to drop a heal there. And he's dropped 2 heals, and he's got 1 heal left for 2 Teslas, 4 cannons, and 3 archer towers. And even with level 4 hogs, that's just not enough. And you can kind of see. All of he's unhealed. All of his hogs are unhealed, still unhealed. He's just hemorrhaging hogs right now because of that. So again, guys, look, you see, oh look, no internal bombs, crappy base. I'm just gonna spam hogs and be fine. Look, that's not the case, and this exemplifies that. You've still got to have a good attack plan. So let's just keep that in mind in every war versus every base. And yeah, so the rest is he's just kind of cleaning up. And he ends up running out of time. So we don't have to watch that. But yeah, nice try, Awful, but again, just let's have a good plan. Next thing I'm going to look at is New Gas Scoot Wad. Going versus 26. So again, he's just using 4 hogs, so he's going to test for bombs in those areas. So not bad, but you kind of used 4 hogs, and all you got out of it was the CC Oler. So that's 20 troop spaces. If you're going to use 20 troop spaces, at least take out some point defenses or something in your lore, but that's okay. So he's dropping barbs, but he's only dropping barbs 1 at a time. So he's trying to clump them up, but you don't need to do that really. It would have been better if to have more barbs tanking for longer periods of time, so your witches could get skeletons out earlier, and you're not as compacted in this area for your CC kill, so you can drop wizards at safer distances. And they won't aggro like buildings like this. If you drop them behind, they would try to aggro this barracks before they did that, and that's just going to screw you. So give yourself some space. Don't try to clump them all up in this tiny corner, especially when there's a Valk. It's going to do all the splash damage and just wreck. And now look, witches are gone. Still got a wizard, still got a Valk left. And you should have dropped your BK. You know why? Because you're going to drop it anyway now, right? At least if you would have dropped it earlier, he would all these other wizards and witches and things like that would have lived. It's like, look, you're going to drop it. So drop it earlier, and you would have had a lot more left to clean up. So he kind of, again, he does the 2-finger drop, so they're they're probably going to split unevenly, but he does a good job here, and I commend him on this. So he sees that the majority of his hogs are going to path right now. So he's only got 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 hogs going left. So I've seen a lot of people when this happens drop heels. They would have dropped a heel over where those 4 hogs are. Scoot Wad is, has good awareness that he doesn't do that, and knows that his hogs are gonna, majority of his pack is here, so he's dropping a heel for them. And he's just gonna say, "Screw you guys! You should have followed me this way, but now you're gonna die." And he's just healing his main pack as they path around really nicely around the base. So that was, good job on that. Good awareness, good adjustment. You could have done that from the beginning and had 4 more hogs in the end, but that's neither here there. So the rest is just cleanup. CC kill was bad, but that was a good adjustment and good healing on his part. So both kind of a good and bad attack past Scoot Wad. So good job there, man. But it'll share up that CC kill and be even better. And we'll speed through this cleanup crap. All right, 3 stars. So good job, man. Now we're going to look at Heisenberg versus 6. So he's decided he's going to do a shatter here. Yeah, so it's a shatter. So that's fine. It's not a bad choice. He's got a good spread on his golems. He's got wizards here to take out these defenses and kind of clear a path for his barbarian king. He's going to attack him from the right side to get possible bomb spots there and the archer queen. He's going to wall breaker in rather than using a jump, which is also a good choice because he knows once the golem comes in here that queen is going to jump in and try to take him out. He's getting bombs with this kill squad, so all nice and dandy. But then he drops his king. And he takes out the queen, but so now what's going to happen is all of these CC troops, so he raged, which with the shattered, unless there is a dragon in the CC, I would almost always lightning the CC. The problem is that with the point of attack that he's coming from, the CC isn't getting pulled until his barbarian king and his golems are really deep in the base and very low in health already. And because of that, his king and his golems get wrecked really bad. And then that means that his queen is untanked. And doesn't allow her to take out nearly as much as he wanted, I don't think. And so because of that, and because this is such an easy lure here, extremely easy lure, and you could also take out another giant bomb spot there with that lure, I would have lured for this base. And that's just, that's you again, you want to do what the base tells you. You don't want to do something just because you want to do it. Like you don't want to 2-finger drop just because you want a 2-finger drop. You don't want to take a rage just because you want to take a rage. You don't want to attack from a certain area of the base just because you want to attack from that certain area of the base. You want to attack from certain areas of the bases because that's the best area to attack from. Or you want to lure because you should lure because of where the CC placement is in relation to the archer queen. So just be mindful of that, guys. Do what the base tells you. So again, the archer queen is going to go down pretty quick now because she's untanked. His hog drops are fine. He probably should have started here now. He probably originally thought he would start there because his kill squad would take these defenses out, but they didn't get it because of the CC. So he should have probably started his hogs there and then worked his way up. But he did not adjust. He kind of got screwed by just a really terrible double giant bomb spot. Like, why would you put him there? Unfortunately, he did. So I can't really blame him for that because it's just a terrible placement. You wouldn't think a double giant bomb would be there, but it was. Excuse me. And yeah, now this kind of because the CC kill didn't go great. He lost hogs to those bad double giant bombs. Kind of unfortunate now that he just doesn't really have enough to finish out this base and ends up kind of one-starring it. I did save cleanup whiz, so good job on that. But again, guys, just kind of think about how you should attack the base. Should I lure? Should I not? Again, if you don't lure, unless there's a drag, I would almost always take a lightning for that CC. We're going to look at another kind of failed shatter. This is tech on number 3 again. And again, guys, I'm not picking on you. I'm not picking on Tech. Everybody knows Tech's a good attacker, and he's a great member. So just kind of highlighting things that we can improve on. And this is how we get better as a clan. I'm not like calling anyone out or like reprimanding people for bad attacks. Bad attack happens. You've seen me do plenty of bad attacks. I just want us to get better and show you guys these things and why we should be. When I say to do something like don't do a juvenile drop or lightning the CC or lure the CC, I'm saying it for a specific reason. I'm kind of just trying to show you why I say those things, and this kind of illustrates it. Again, so this is kind of just a poor area to attack from. He's doing all the right things, right? I mean, he dropped his golems. He's got his wizards clearing. He wall breakered in instead of using a jump for that AQ, which is fine. But so the problem is here. Again, he's getting his barbarian king out to take out that queen, which is fine. But the CC war hasn't been lured yet, and his golems are pathing down away from his heroes and his wizards, so they're untanked for his defenses up top. And once they're not, the golems aren't doing their job anymore. The golems aren't there to take out defenses. They're there to take the damage of defenses, while your heroes and other higher DPS troops take out the defenses. So they're not doing their job because of this, and he didn't think about how they would path once they got into the base. He just thought about bringing golems to get to that queen, and I don't know if it really went past that. Because now, look, I mean, his king's taking damage. His queen is getting a little bit of tank, but now the CC is coming out, and you want your CC, when you're shattering and you're trying to lightning, you want the enemy CC to clump up at the golems, and then you want to be able to lightning them. Unfortunately, that's not what happened, because you have untanked heroes, and they're going there. And this is also a bad lightning, because whenever you're lightning and you see a witch, you want to drop it on that witch. She's going to continuously spawn skeletons. That's a lot more dangerous than wizards. Your heroes, your queen, your other wizards and things like that can take out wizards really easily. It's a lot harder for those troops to take out wizards. Meanwhile, other surrounding defenses are hitting on your heroes and everything like that and doing a lot of damage. So make sure when you drop that lightning, drop it right on that bitch's head. Take her out. Get her out of the picture. So instead he dropped it kind of way out in front to take out where wizards were clumping up. Yeah, don't do that. Take out the witch. And now you can see she's kind of struggling to take this out. She's getting hit by Expo, still isn't taking out the witch. Okay, finally gets it, but now she's pretty much dead. And I think his hogs aren't bad areas. He thought about pathing because he wants him to go counterclockwise now. Unfortunately, those Teslas kind of pulled him in, but I could tell kind of the idea he had. Unfortunately, it's kind of gotten a little kerfuckety now, and now he's out of heals. Should have pre-healed that area, lost hogs there. Yeah, so it's just not the correct angle to attack from this base, because same as the base before, the relationship with the Archer Queen to the CC was not what you want. And so what you want to do is you want to basically be you don't have to take out the Queen before the CC. I mean, you can take them out, the CC and the Archer Queen, kind of at the same time, or the CC before the Archer Queen. The thing that you don't want to do is you don't want to drop your Barbarian King too early. You kind of want to drop your BK like right after you've lightning the CC. So just be patient on his drop, because you want the golems to be the thing that aggro the CC. You want to lightning that, and then you can send in your Barbarian King to take out your Queen. So just be patient on that Barbarian King drop, because you want him to have enough health to take out that Queen. And if the CC gets to him before he does that and kind of aggroes him, then you're not getting the queen and your raid's ruined. So just be patient on that Barbarian King drop. And I'm going to do some kind of like shitty illustration here. Let's open this up in this app. I've kind of got this base. So the way that you really should have attacked this base is, if you want to shatter it, you should have shattered here. You could have dropped a golem there, dropped a golem there. And then, sorry, 1 second. So yeah, dropped a golem there, dropped a golem there. Then had have your wizard. Again, if you ever see an army camp, you want to take it out for your funnel because it's such a large defense, and then you kind of want to done your clearing there. Drop your archer queen behind those. You could have wall breakered in. Actually, you don't even need a wall breaker in. You could have dropped a jump. You could have brought one jump. Gotten across there. You shouldn't have dropped your BK yet. Once those defenses are down, your golems will jump in there. Your golems will then, once they jump into that cannon, will trigger the CC. And then once the CC clumps up at that golem, then you drop your lightning right on that witch. Take them out. Then once that's there, you can drop your king, and he will go in and take out that queen. And you're also taking out a lot more defenses here from taking this area. So going from this area, I mean, he basically took out one cannon there, and there's not really a lot else to get there. I mean, so this way you're taking out this entire portion of the base, plus you're probably going to end up getting this and this and this. And maybe even this expo, and then you can start, maybe drop a couple of hogs there to take out that, and then you can start dropping targeted hogs. So you can do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to heal those packs. You're going to heal around this area, and then you're going to chop some more hogs. So probably like 1, 2 to keep those to just beef that pack up, and then it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oops, sorry about that. 1, 2, 3. Actually, you probably don't need them on that archer tower. It'll probably be gone by then, and then you would heal this area, and then that's how you would beat that base. You could do it with 2 heals and take that jump, and that's speed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that'd be 25 hogs. You probably have actually 2 or 3 extra than that. So I mean, that'd be plenty of hogs to take out that base. Maybe add a few more in that archer tower as it goes into that wizard tower and expo. Same thing with that cannon. So that's how you'd beat that base. And you would come from this side again, because you would get the archer queen and you would get the CC pool a lot cleaner than trying to have such a delayed CC pool as your troops kind of scatter in bad directions. So again, guys, just listen to the base, do what it tells you to do, don't do what you want to do just because you want to do it. So no, it was a good try, Tech. I know what you had, I could see what you had planned. Just didn't get the breaks, and sometimes that happens. So the last bat attack we're going to look at is Caleb on 6. And again, it's just kind of a made because of a bad CC kill. So he drops the giant, he drops a couple of hogs. So he dropped 2 hogs. There was a giant bomb there, so not a big deal. You could have dropped 3 hogs, and you could have dropped them at an angle. You could have dropped 1 hog to get that giant bomb, and then you could have dropped maybe 2 or 3 hogs in that cannon to take out the cannon and get the giant bomb and get the CC board. But that's okay, whatever. So he's clumping up. So he drops his which is but look, he's already dropping his wizards. He's dropped 4 wizards. There's a mortar there. to take out his wizards, and also the witches have barely started spawning skeletons. So all those are untanked, and they all die. So now he probably wants to save one wizard for cleanup. And even one wizard at this point isn't really going to do too much. So he's kind of panicking, and he drops his Barb King. And now his raid's over already. It's done. One, because there's not much tanking for him, so it's taking a lot of hits. And two, he now no longer has a Barb King to take out the Archer Queen. So what he should have done is, again, drop those barbs to tank, drop the witches and let them start spawning skeletons. Be patient, let them start spawning skeletons, and then drop his Archer Queen. Guys, it is okay to drop your Archer Queen on a CC kill, and I highly recommend doing it. She is going to help make those CC kills so much easier and save you a ton of time, which is important when you're CC luring on a hog attack, because time is almost always, again, I've talked about it in previous videos, time is always going to be an issue when you're luring the CC. So anything you can do to make that quicker, do it. And look, he's going to have to drop it anyway. So that's what happens. So now he's got this golem here, and he's going into this area to attack the queen, but he doesn't have anything to do it. He's going to have to drop his Archer Queen, which she's really hard to use because she's going to target so many other buildings and things before she gets into that queen. And yeah, then it's over at this point. And also the hog pathing again wasn't great. The hogs were kind of, going in two directions. You're spreading yourself thin there with 3 heals again. So I mean, you would have you healed there. I mean, you probably wouldn't have to heal so early if that queen wasn't there, but even still, you would have had a large section of the base where your hogs weren't healed because you split them into 2 packs. So guys, again, that's Town Hall 8 stuff. You should be past this. Let's start pathing our hogs in bigger packs so we can again utilize our heals a lot better. So unfortunate, that I'm sure that king was a misdrop. But if he would have dropped his Archer Queen and he wouldn't have dropped all those wizards the way he did, he wouldn't have had to panic. So I know he didn't mean to drop this king, so it was just an unfortunate mistake that happened. But again, don't drop those untanked wizards, and do drop your Archer Queen, and your CC kills will be a lot cleaner. And that goes for everybody, not just Caleb. It goes for everybody. So then let's end it on a good note, and I want to look at an attack that Conquistador did. So he's going to go-ho this. He does a lot of good things in this raid. So let's just look at this. So again, look, he's going to drop. He drops 3 or 4 hogs, 3 hogs there. Look, he's getting a defense, and he's getting the CC pool, and there could be a giant bomb there. So I mean, he could have got that. So that was good. And now I love the use of this minion. He might have dropped it a little bit too early, but because I didn't want the wizard to smoke it. But the Valk's going to get out in front, so actually, that's fine. So he drops this minion. The Valk is helpless versus that minion. He can't do shit versus that minion. And he knew that all these was in the CC, so he made a good choice to bring that minion. Like again, guys, like we know the standard stuff, but if you know what's going to come out, and you know about. You can think, don't just use generic things all the time just because they're the generic thing to use. He made a good choice. He thought about it and said, I'm going to bring a minion for this Valk. And it's going to destroy this Valk. And I'm not going to have it trouble like everyone else did with these Valks. And he also dropped his witches early so they could, spawn some skeletons for him. And look, now he did that all with, I think, 2 wizards and a minion. Along with his witches, so good CC kill, and I like that he thought that through. So now he's dropping this golem. He's going to drop it towards the king to get it out of the area that way, and Wallbreaker's in. He's creating a funnel for his king. Good patience on the king. He drops a rage, which is that's fine. He just wants to push himself through these defenses, kind of really clear out that side of the base. And now he's going to start dropping hogs in good areas. Drops that up there to ensure his hog pathing. Now he's dropping the rest of his hogs. So he dropped those hogs up on that cannon, so that since he dropped his hogs here, that cannon was focused on that golem, and now he knows all his hogs are going to path around this way. So he's only got 2 heals, but since he's taken out so much of the base already, and he's pathing his hogs all in one direction, he can heal a lot of hogs at a time. He's going to be great, and he's going to wreck this base. So we'll speed this up just a little bit. So look, they lived under that heal, took out a lot of defenses. Now they're living under this heal. His hogs were under heal pretty much the entire time they've raided. So just, that was a fun attack. You don't see that a lot, and you could tell he thought the attack out. So just really good job, Mank. Good stuff, man, as usual. And the rest of this cleanup. So 3 stars. So most of the town elites did really great this war. We destroyed most of their bases pretty easily. The nouns struggled a little bit on the top, so we just really got to focus again. Use leadership. We can help you plan these attacks. And again, guys, don't just do something because you want to do it. Do it because it's the best choice for that base, and we can really start to improve on having all town hall runs 3-starred. But as you can see, it wasn't close. We did a really good job this war. The bases weren't good, but we destroyed them anyway, and that's what we got to do. So good job, guys. And again, I hope this was helpful. If there's anything else that I didn't cover or something that wasn't clear, just let me know, and I'll clarify that. And just keep up the great work, Apollo. We're really doing really well in war, and it might have sounded like I said a lot of bad stuff in this video. And again, I don't want it to think like I was criticizing you guys too hard or anything like that, because it was a really good war. It's just, again, that's how we get better is learning from mistakes. So that's just kind of what I'm highlighting. But this was a great war, and I'm really happy with what you guys did and what we did as a clan. And winning's fun, guys, right? So we've been having a lot of fun lately. So let's just keep doing that and keep having fun. And I'll catch you guys later. All right.